Hi coaches, this is specifically for our prep schools and this is for our sevens teams. We're going to talk about the tactics we're going to use for our sevens, how we're going to coach it and how they're going to play. If we look at the tactics over here, it's very similar to our Pistons shape with our 15s. We're going to be using pods, so we'll have 3 pods of players moving up and down the field, and we'll have our link player who's normally in the center of the field, especially in set piece. How that's going to work, I'll do some diagrams and we'll discuss the different roles of that link player, but ultimately the pods will be moving up and down the field and working together. That comes into play around the tackle contest. We'll have a ball carrier and just a bronco, and the third player in the pod will be the person passing to the link player. So how that looks from, firstly we'll start the set piece. Whether this is a line out or a scrum, it doesn't matter, but we've got 3 players in there and we've got our link player represented by the L. The other 3 players in the team will be out here, ready to go from an attack, whether we scrum or line out, and the pass will come along. What we want to try and avoid, coaches, is any tackle, any of our time we get tackled in between the posts or in line with the post. We prefer to be tackled at the sides. That means we've got to practice our catch pass to make sure our boys are comfortable doing that. If we get a pass out to this area and this player goes forward and there's a tackle situation here, this is the important part to the pods and how the role of the link player, who would have been in a traditional sense a 9 at set piece, the link player now in phase play will become what we would normally consider the 10. So if there's a tackle contest here, we've got a ball carrier who's been tackled, we've got a player who's become the bronco, and now we have a player who's would be traditionally a 9 in that environment. And our link player now comes towards the middle of the field. Post the set piece, these players would reload back into some shape, and this isn't exactly accurate, these arrows. Those 3 players now have stayed on their half of the field, and the link player is linking this pod, and we pass to this pod, who will then play up in this area here, and it can do all the different things we want to do in attack. And if there's another tackle up here, we follow on phase by phase. Hopefully now you get the gist of what's happening. One of the players is tackled, one of the players is bronco, one of the players will pass to the link player who's moved across, and these players have reloaded back into an attacking shape. And that's how we want to play the game. If there's a line break from any of these pods, happy days, we just keep going. Again, we're just trying to avoid being tackled in the middle of the field. And this link player, depending on whether it's a set piece or a phase play, will be the player who's either from set piece giving the ball or from phase play receiving from one of the pod players. So what does this mean? We have to train our players. We have to train our players the ability to attack. 2v1s and 3v2s are important. We practice all the time. Our players what to do when they go into contact, long place, what a bronco is, and then the ability for every player on the field to make a good 5-meter pass. So it could be any one of these 3 players who has to pass the ball back to the link man. So this player here, for example, he may have been the person who was originally the ball carrier. He's now the person who's got to pass the ball to the link man. So we're going to practice all our skills in rugby, but in essence, we're using a piston or pod shape with our sevens.